Are you a guy who's between the ages of 18 and 23 who have not had that much experience with girls or no experience with girls at all? Or maybe you're slightly older than that. Do you get a lot of anxiety because of this? Do you feel a lot of insecurity because of this? Has it been so bad for you that this is what you obsess about the most? This is on your mind all day and night. Is this how bad has it got for you, my friend? Sex, girls, dating, hooking up, body count. Is this all you obsess about? Do you place all your worth on that? Your self-worth only on that? Is this what you place it all on? Mainly because you don't get enough success that you get shut down most of the time. Is that why? If you resonate with any of the things I've just said to you, if any of those things that I've said to you, then don't be ashamed about yourself. Don't be ashamed at yourself. Because I have been there. Trust me, bro, I have been there. I know exactly what it is like and what it feels like. I know that. I've been there for a very long period of my life. Once you obsess about this a lot, at some point, you start thinking to yourself that this will resolve all of your life's problems. That once you get into a relationship, once you have had your first kiss or once you have lost your virginity, that is when you will realize the answers of everything in life. Or somehow that all your problems will just go away. You just have that delusional thought in your head. Or that you will think to yourself that once you get in a relationship, you will have this bliss in your mind. You will have this blissful experience. That it's a very unique feeling that nobody gets this type of feeling only other than those who have been in a relationship with somebody, who have felt what it's like to be intimate with a woman. But let me tell you something, which you may not agree to what I'm gonna say. None of those things are true. Your life's problems will not just suddenly disappear. You're not gonna have a blissful experience. You're not gonna be at peace. That's for sure. You're not gonna be at peace. You're not gonna experience what bliss is like. All of this is just ordinary. It's normal. Getting to a relationship is normal. Having sex with a woman is normal. Having kissed a woman is normal. There's nothing extraordinary about that. The modern world will tell you that it's the more girls you sleep with, the better you are as a man. You know what I mean, all that alpha male nonsense that you have seen out there, especially from red pillars. Don't watch red pillars. Just click here for that part. Don't watch red pillars. Sure, getting your virginity lost is great. It feels great in the moment. But afterwards, it doesn't mean really much. Trust me, it doesn't mean so much. I've been there. When I lost my virginity, it didn't... Like, okay, it was nice in the beginning, but then it was like, okay, boo-hoo. Like, what has changed? Nothing. I realized that my problems in my life are still the same. I'm still having the same issues. I'm still stressing over the things I was stressing before I met a woman or whatever. You realize that your problems are still the same. Be it about work, be it about your passion, be it about your health, be it about your fitness. Everything else is the same. Nothing else changes. Now, don't get me wrong. Being in a relationship with a woman, if that woman is not toxic or if you're not toxic, if the love you have for each other is very great, it's very real for each other, then that is great. That's great to have. A relationship with a woman like this, where you're both good for each other, where you both complement each other, is great to have. But again, it's not so special. Sure, the feelings you have for that woman, the ones she has for you are special for each other, but it's life. It's not so special in that way. You still have to do stuff out. You have to figure your life out. You have to do so many things, solving problems, becoming a better man anyway. You have your whole life ahead of you to think about that than just woman. You have your purpose. If I could go back in time, back when I was obsessing over these things, if I could go back in time, you know what I would tell myself? I would tell him to stop obsessing over this. That it's okay to feel bad, but don't obsess it over it. You've got so much work ahead to do. I have all this free time. I had so much free time back then when I was single. I will tell my past self to just work harder. There's many tasks to do. Work harder, work harder, work harder. And soon the woman you like, the woman who likes you will come together somehow. And that it's not such a bad thing in being single. Being single is not the end of the world. There's a whole life ahead in front of you. So how do you stop feeling this way? I will tell you the truth here. Now, most girls may not be attracted to you because there's not much they can say about you, for example. What do I mean by this? Maybe you are somebody who's not in shape. Because to attract a female, you have to be in shape. Otherwise, she's not even gonna look towards you. That's just the cold hard truth about the world. If you are a fat person, don't expect a woman to fully be obsessed about you. You don't even have your foot in the door. If you have good looks, then you have the foot in the door. The rest comes afterwards. If you have good looks, woman looks towards you, she's attracted to you, but then you just start spewing nonsense out of your mouth, like games or movies or useless things about life, then of course she's gonna get repulsed. Being attractive in looks is the first step. Personality, what your thoughts are, what your ideas are, what your ambitions are, what your purpose is, that all comes secondary. First is your looks. Of course, I'm not saying that we should all judge each other based on looks. You may be a pure soul. You may have beautiful ideas. Maybe you have some goals in your mind. But if you don't look good, she's not gonna give a damn about that, because you don't look good. I know we have all heard this phrase, "Don't judge a book by its cover," but we all judge by the book, by its cover. Sorry, we all do that. Nobody gives a fuck about your personality if you don't even look good, for example. That's just the cold hard truth about the world. People might disagree and everything. What to do here is to start working out. You see, this forges your mind. You're going through that pain in the gym. Constant pain, your muscles are getting bigger, you're getting slimmer. All that pain you're going through, it forges your head here. Pain you experience is just weakness leaving your body, bro. This changes your mind a lot. Slowly and slowly. Again, this takes time. You're gonna need to have patience here. You cannot expect a change like this in a switch. It doesn't work like that. You need to have patience. You have to be on the road of self-improvement. And do not place your worth on the fact that you may not get girls. It's just self-loathing. You're just gonna hate yourself for no reason. Every person on this planet has a gift to them. They're different themselves in some sort of way. We all have it. I have it. You have it. Everyone has it. You have to discover that and use that as your advantage to gain leverage over the others. If you work hard on yourself, remember, you have to work hard on yourself here. Then the rest follows. Your purpose is your main goal. Women come after that. You cannot put a woman above your purpose. She comes secondary to that. Your purpose, what your ambitions are, what your goals are, they're number one. She comes below that. She's only gonna be happy if you prioritize your goals first. If you don't do that, if you prioritize her more than your goals, she's not gonna like you. Start exercising, start eating right, start working harder. Working hard on your job, the one you really like. Do something you love. Make money out of something you love to do. If you are in a job right now that you don't really like, and there's a work you like to do, apply for those companies, apply for those positions. You don't even have to be rich for all of this. You just have to be satisfied with who you are. You know who you are. You know what you want. You just have to be like that. Attractive, handsome, confident, ambitious, doing what he loves, doing what his purpose tells him to do. You need to be like these things, all of these things. That's when a woman will like you. So don't worry about women when you don't have these things. Focus on these things. You should get obsessed about that. Trust me, bro, once you realize what your purpose is, you won't give a fuck about what women think. Trust me. I discovered my purpose is to try helping people like you, maybe if you're watching this video. Imagine you are on the road to self-improvement. You start working harder, you start exercising more, you start eating right. Imagine you stay on in this process for months, for years, and you become the man who you've always wanted to be like. Of course girls are gonna fall for that type of person. Of course they're gonna be so attracted to you that they're gonna be flooding you. Of course their heads will turn when they see you walking past them. Of course their heads are gonna turn. They're gonna look to their friends like, hey, look, that's the hot guy. Has happened to me before. And I want the same for you. And all of this only comes if you work hard on yourself. You're not gonna get that otherwise. Because trust me, if you're interacting with a female and you're desperate, you feel obsessed about sex, girls, dating, they can sense that in you. They can sense that somehow because they have very strong intuition. They have a strong gut sense. And it's usually right. That something is off about this guy. They will kind of sense that something is wrong. And the only way you get rid of all of that is to focus internally, focus on who you are as a person, not on anything else, on yourself, on your happiness, on your development, on your purpose. That's what your focus should be. So if you're struggling with girls, don't think about that. Focus on yourself first.